Okay, let's do it like this.
What
What's
up?
good?
Hey, Happy New
Welcome
Year.
back to the POPcast.
Are we allowed to say Happy New Year?
No,
Aye,
no.
it's a bit
Ah,
late.
guys,
shit,
come
right
on.
now.
Happy birthday, happy
Come
Manawu,
on.
I say
happy
late.
Easter, happy
Surely it's
Wong.
As
cool.
long as we
right
don't
now.
say compliments, because I hate that
Yeah, I
one.
know.
Sure.
Please.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome to season 2 of the POPcast.
Yep.
Sorry for the long break. Hope you guys had a good festive season. It's time to get back to business. What's good?
Yes.
First thing to talk about is
Noni is still looking good as usual, Noni.
Wow.
Still
Okay.
slaying in 2020.
Noni also
We'll
now
see you.
uba surprise.
I will still
Ngathi
see you,
akayithandi le nto
I will
manje
still
ufika
stay
Noni, usoloko sithi wow.
By the way,
wow.
she's still single,
slaying
man.
in 2020.
Oh, wow.
I mean, if people
You're a
are,
slayer.
if they're slay queens, people are still out here slaying.
killing it.
I just don't know if I'm
You be
slaying,
killing
but you know,
them.
thank you.
You don't know
Thanks,
if you're
CG.
slaying?
I mean, like,
Well, she'll be
I
killing
come
them.
here, I
What
come
do you
here
think you're
half
doing?
put together.
What do you think you're doing?
killing them.
Oh, this half put together.
Like, I walk in here without
I mean, I know the
shoes
dress is
on,
half.
without my hair.
But this is full put together.
You know, I try.
I'm not
Thank you,
part of
gentlemen.
this, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm-
because
I'm-
Speedy's
I'm just
taking
listening.
doesn't want to get into trouble.
It's not even like that, okay?
I think the first thing we can speak about is, I mean, we put out flyers that we will be broadcasting, or shooting an episode, broadcasting. We'll be shooting an episode from Cotton Fest. So let's talk about that first. I mean, how do you guys feel
Do
about
we want to explain the situation? Why? Because of the...
I don't, you can
maybe,
say, we,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Well, basically, obviously, I know a lot of people were looking forward to that, but I think the noise, and especially since y'all been complaining that, yo, your sound.
Yeah.
So we just thought that,
Didn't want
out
to
of
take any
respect,
chances.
that's not, because, the sound was really bad. It was bleeding through, so, yeah.
Yeah, we tried to shoot. Aesthetically, it looked good, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, the sound was not the one.
As
Shout
far
out to Ricky, though.
for the
Yeah.
fest, yeah?
Yeah.
It was beautiful, man. It was really beautiful.
How many
also,
people do you think are there?
I think I heard from the floor. I'm not sure.
The main floor.
Yes, the main floor. He said he sold out at 7,000, but I heard there were more than 11,000 people.
Yeah, you said 11,500.
Yeah.
So he probably doubled last year, because last year wasn't capacity like 5,000
Ne?
or something. I think
He
it is.
definitely doubled it.
So do you think Vele next year Cotton Fest has
Gonna
to
go
be the
big.
dome, Vele, or a bigger
don't-
venue?
Dome, Aime.
I don't-
Relax, Dome.
Also, I don't like the dome.
I'm
personally.
Aime, Dome.
But those
Now
are too
relax.
many, like, big
Too many.
things.
Yeah.
So, but do you
it's
think
too
he
many
needs to
big
fill a
things.
bigger venue?
I think a bigger venue.
I don't know. I could still have it at that spot.
I don't
Yeah.
mind too.
I guess the next place he could possibly to try and keep it in town is maybe Mary Fitzgerald. But I don't know where else he could kind
Aye,
of
last
take
year,
it
but
from
do
there.
want to from there.
Dude, town is town.
Hey,
Yeah.
The train
but-
station is 2 minutes away from
I
Mary
mean,
Fitzgerald.
but this year they had a lot more security and stuff
Yes.
than last
Yeah.
year. I mean, it was, they didn't just let last year happen and be like, it's town. They actually did something about it, I would say even he must keep it there and then always try to set it like a month, 6 weeks before,
I'm gonna
One of
again.
those where
I'm
you
gonna
want to really be there.
hop on the fact that it was an amazing event, and also, we always get put into the hands of people who are not of this culture. So for an artist to still be making songs
Yeah.
and then do something like this and involve everybody, guys, from the photographers to the fashion designers to the artists, the sponsors. It's one of those gigs where you're like, okay, this is what a sponsor's for. This is what a sponsor needs to do.
Yeah.
And it works so well because you can tell that he is well in control of the elements of the culture.
Definitely.
So everything comes off as genuine. And we were speaking about it with Speedsta offline. When he raps that he's done so many things, he
Doesn't even need to rap.
he's met so many powerful people, he doesn't even need to
He
rap.
means
Right.
that.
He could be opening up that lane for brands to be like, look, if we want to talk to this culture,
Yeah.
we're
We
going to
need to go
need
him.
someone from the inside. Because a lot of brands don't have the person on the
They
inside.
don't.
They have people that study us,
Sure.
but don't live this
So
thing.
shout out to the brands that were on board.
Definitely.
Okay, when
Like
y'all
you
coming
said,
to sponsor the
everything
podcast,
was really organic.
Standard Bank,
Hey,
Jägermeister,
Standard Bank,
Desperados,
Jägermeister,
MTV,
Desperado.
YFM,
When are you coming to sponsor us?
Red Bull.
They killed it. They really
really
did.
did,
I mean,
man.
even the build-up outside of the merch, which was a huge
The merch was
success.
crazy.
Yeah.
There was the live streaming party last year.
The
few-
bowling.
A few
The
of them, eh?
bowling.
Yeah, the
Bowling
They
was
had
dope. He
the
also the
barbecue.
barbecue was also
Barbecue.
really
You know, so
dope.
just all of that stuff is
So the
just-
build-up to this was proper.
Yeah,
The
and
whole
even
rollout
the visual
was
effects
planned.
were really dope. The advertising as
Yeah.
well, like some of the stuff he really
was really
invested.
clean. And also what I like is the fact that there are multiple stages. Because
Which was your favorite stage?
Yo, that Rage in
I-
the City stage.
Rage
man,
was crazy.
right?
Yo.
And I won't say the stage because it when we say the stage, I feel like I'm only congratulating the artist.
Okay.
With Cotton Fest, you really, really understand that now gigs are moving beyond your lineup to your crowd. The Cotton
Definitely.
Fest crowd is pretty nuts because of the spearheader of the fest being such an energetic performer.
Yeah.
So you know already, but I need to go there and give my energy. And that's what those kids do. From the people in the main stage during the day when you were DJing
Yeah.
to the people at Rage.
Yeah.
It's amazing, man, you
And
know?
throughout the whole week, it was awesome to see all the artists rehearsing.
Yes.
Right?
Everyone was like
Wow, cool.
rehearsing for Cotton Fest, rehearsing for Cotton
And they were also
Fest.
like, even outside of the rehearsing, it's also I gotta get my swag right. I gotta
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
sure that I look
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
So everybody's paying attention to the fact that this is a big deal.
Yeah.
I need to make sure I show up.
Shout out.
And moving forward, I
So-
saw MTV using Uncle Vinny.
Oh.
Robot Boy was doing a YFM. So you see the next wave of things happening, and without gigs like this, it
No
really
doors will
becomes
open.
hard for
Yeah.
new
Sure.
kids to
It's
get
easier
those
to open the door.
opportunities.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
And I say all those good things to say I'm pretty fucking pissed off though
How?
that we didn't get to shoot our ep, you know?
Yeah.
Because from a content point of view, it would have been a step forward in culture.
Yeah.
It's where we could have been able to sit down with the new and old heads and maybe not have subject matter that we bring on, but have them empty themselves out. That would have been great. And that's an avenue I feel like that's how I was seeing it. Like everything went well, but I'm very fucking pissed off that we organized to shoot and it didn't happen for whatever reason. And I did speak to Ricky afterwards about it. So well done, but I'm very fucking pissed off.
Okay.
All
thanks,
right.
Scoop. Are you,
Okay.
Are you
I think,
okay?
you know, for me
That's
also,
fine.
Okay,
I'll go
sure.
back to what Noni was saying. I think the effort that without the people, without the crowd, without the culture, Content Fest would be shit. You know what I mean? So
There's
I
nothing
think-
that would happen without
Yeah,
these people.
that's the thing. So shout out to everyone that came through.
The one thing also
dressing
I
up, you
love,
know?
the one thing that I also just appreciate is the amount of hip hop love that came through, especially after December was just piano the whole
Sure.
time. And we kicked off the year, we said,
But
hip hop is still here,
Yeah.
okay?
Yani shaka indaba piano.
Hey, hey, too much.
Yani shaka indaba piano. No,
No,
I
I-
don't. So look Sundays with piano. Bye bulala
No,
chance.
bye bulala.
Bye,
And
bulala
yes,
too.
bulala, Nancy.
You
I'm
bye
not
bulala.
even gonna act like I'm not hurt by it because it's definitely hurt. I dance to it. I'm there. I'm inside. I'm pouncing also, but I'm not gonna act like.
I get why it
it's
hurts
not
you guys,
hurting me.
because you know the bookings, the DJ booking is kind of like,
Exactly.
you know,
No,
they
but
gotta survive.
I think this festive season we come from was just weird, like in general, because I think a lot of the piano songs peaked way too soon. So by the time it was December, people weren't going as crazy, and I was like traveling the whole country. People are partying, but they weren't really, really partying. Honestly speaking, I didn't feel that December that much.
Really?
Because you weren't playing that much.
There's also that
I
one.
actually was playing a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
if there's
so-
one thing I was doing is playing a lot, and also not just in Joburg. You know, I was playing all over the place.
Sure.
But you can feel like the energy. Obviously, it's there, but it's almost a thing of like a lot of the time I found myself forcing myself to try and have fun. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like the fun didn't just come.
Are you sure you're not getting old, Speedy?
It could be that
I mean,
as
it
well.
could be
hey?
age.
Might
It
be
could
that
be.
element.
It could be
Could
that
be you
too.
almost getting ready for marriage. You know,
No,
that
no,
next
no.
step
Not
of your
even-
life.
not even close.
I hope she's watching.
Not even close. Not even
But you know,
close.
I'll tell you this, right? One thing I've picked up with the December, the gigs that I get that. Hip hop DJs, maybe 1, 2.
Yeah.
Right?
We're
Then
back.
the rest,
We're back to that.
piano,
to that,
right?
yeah.
Which is for me, it's like, yo, this is dope. It's refreshing. It's different. And it's what the people really wanted, right? Hip hop acts. I think the same hip hop acts I probably saw was the AKAs, Questa,
Cassper.
Cassper, KO.
Ricky was doing
Ricky
gigs.
definitely without a doubt.
Ricky did well in
yeah.
December.
It was just those same people the whole time. And I was like, cool, maybe. Another thing I was thinking to myself, I was like, I never really saw the younger kids post as much. So that means maybe stuff didn't connect.
Or
So
they were
maybe-
doing their own things.
maybe
You know,
they
they've
were
got
doing
their
their
own
own
little
things. Yeah,
things. Their own
definitely, right?
uncle party time,
Yeah.
Nama house party,
Yeah.
backyard.
So is it a case of maybe we need to regroup as hip hop as a whole to say how we're gonna push 2020?
Yeah.
You know what? I think that is a valid point about us actually regrouping and saying, okay, how else can we push? But also over and above that, you must realize that some of the promoters are also old heads. So with them being old heads, they're also only just looking at, okay, what works, what's mainstream, what's on radio. That's why you have your top 5 who are all at the performances as opposed to the younger guys, because they're not on radio.
Yeah.
And that's why they, rather than pushing their own wave and they're trying to do their own thing, that's why the Rage in the City stage was lit, because they're supporting each other. They're like, yo, that's my boy on stage. I'm going to make sure he gets it.
With the piano dudes as well, I think when you say they peaked, I know that on radio it was lit, but I got a chance to see piano dudes performing live for the very first time in December.
In December.
And that was crazy, like at the gigs. And the response that they got from, especially like I was shocked, Durban.
Yeah.
You know, it was crazy.
Yeah.
And I'd never seen them perform live. I always hear their songs with someone else dancing on the web.
Yeah.
But I just never seen La Magita,
Maybe-
Lodge.
Maybe I also peaked too soon, you know, because my December literally started in October. Like since October, it was just going. And I remember October is when like a lot of those songs were picking up. A lot of the guys were going platinum already in October.
And also getting
Who were like-
the information early kind of puts you at a disadvantage, because once it's like being in studio when you've heard the song, being mastered, whatever.
No.
Once it comes out,
Yeah.
you like, October.
But
No,
not really,
but
'cause
the
it
thing
took
is,
me a while to
the music
like,
is also easily accessible. Have you seen what Mapurisa does now?
Yo.
He doesn't even wait for a label or what. He just says, WhatsApp.
Ah.
That's the album. Everybody's
Yeah.
got it on WhatsApp. You don't have a choice now. Everybody's got it
Dude,
on WhatsApp.
crazy.
Come on.
The formula
He sends
that
it
he's
straight.
made.
But they
Like-
killed it.
The
They
formula
really,
that he's
really-
made, him and Kabza,
And the work ethic.
the work ethic.
Crazy.
Nah,
going-
shout outs to them for
Yeah.
putting it
I'm
on.
going to Sun Arena
Consistent.
Buffet to check
Of
to
course.
check it live.
No, definitely.
Of course.
I'm
Support.
definitely going to check it live. And even that, for a genre you'd think would only exist in Amachisanyama and wherever, the forethinking in him going, no, let me take it on a big live stage so that it can be an interactive thing.
So they're making it to what, like a lifestyle type of thing.
No, shout outs to that.
Yeah.
I actually, you must check it out. There's a documentary called Shire about my piano on YouTube. It actually tells you the origin of
That's
it, how
beautiful.
it actually started, and
This is the one directed by Peppercut?
by Peppercut,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
And MFR Souls were actually the lead guys into this whole movement. So they're very interesting. Go check it out. It's called Shire.
Nice. Speaking of Paul Reiser and piano, did he produce the new Cassper song?
Which one?
No. It's a kid.
Tyler, I see you.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tyler, I see
okay.
you. Yeah.
Okay, I just saw him in the video, so I thought...
No, I think
homies.
it's because they're homies. Because Casper's literally all over the album that he just dropped now.
Yeah.
I think Casper's got like 5 features on
Yo,
there. all
I'm
the
glad they
features.
squashed whatever that was happening, huh?
Who, did they have a beef?
They had like a
they
young
had
something.
It wasn't a beef. It was one of the, you know, like
Cold War.
Well,
a lot of the times, people always feel like when Casper's on top, he tunes them, and then they always have like these funny beefs, but it's not actual beef. Like if they were to ask her what's the problem, there probably isn't a problem. It's always based on like a tweet. And I
Yeah.
actually saw
But
there was.
Cassper does do that.
Look, I saw there was a bit of a thread going on today with Ruff and MT, and long story cut short is
well, they tagged y'all to talk about it.
yeah.
What happened? Sorry, I saw the tag and I was very confused.
So
saw it, yeah.
Casper's saying he's ready to get into the studio with MT. You know,
Okay.
like he's like MT's new songs that he just dropped the fire. I really want to work with him. Raf is saying that no, Casper's he wouldn't want MT to do a song with Cassper because a couple of months later when Casper's on top, he's gonna say that he helped MT, but MT actually doesn't need any help.
So it goes back to
You know,
strategic planning and thinking.
Yeah, but
okay,
like I said, a lot
hear
of the
it.
time, these guys, it's just an exchange of words on Twitter. But you find that there actually isn't really a problem.
They
I
just-
mean, if you were to ask Cassper and to ask Bori, what was the problem?
They don't know.
I'm sure they'll.
And you can't even say that they had a beef because they worked together for Ngutu because
No,
Puri
no, I
produced
think
it.
so.
It started after that.
No, it started after that. So
Yeah.
if I recall and I retrace it back to when Cassper had put out something about I don't know how many minutes of records, then Puri,
Remember those big?
yeah,
That's where the
then
stuff started
Puri
kinda
was like,
starting.
"Yo, my
No,
records."
I remember that.
You mean albums,
Oh,
not
it was the
individual stream or song.
streaming
You know what I
days.
mean? So
Yeah.
it was just that
Okay.
confusion.
Yeah.
You
Make 'em
know what I
peace,
mean?
innit?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But when that Poisa joint happened, shout outs, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
clean.
I do feel like Cassper is a great antagonizer. He's really good at that role. And if you're not clear about your program and very confident in who you are, things that he might say, which he does on purpose, just like a lot of other dudes in the game, he pokes. And he pokes and sees, it's like, yo, he throws something out there and he sees who's gonna leap for it, you know? And if you leap, then you might be the subject of him going at you subliminally for a while.
I hope to see Makhathini Fest 2021.
Eh?
I hope to see Cassper on the...
And you know what? The song that he released now, how do you feel about it? I think it's a fucking banger.
Yeah.
A lot of people obviously have the, yo, Pop Smoke, yo, the dance.
Yeah.
And I understand where they're coming from. But honestly, if America is going to copy our dances, and we're always going to feel like, yo, you're copying our dances, we feel great about it. There's no problem in a South African
copying their dances.
I don't see the
And
problem.
doing it well.
And doing it well,
and
too.
better. Yeah.
Like, for real, bro. You know? So I think people should just chill, man. Like, and I also like the way, as an artist, I see him as a great assimilator. He can assimilate to Kwaito and local, and he can assimilate to overseas. And no matter what we think, if it was so easy to do, a lot of people will be doing it, but it's not.
It's not.
So it's a skill.
He's got a
It
very
is.
exciting brand. A lot of people can try hate, they can try do whatever, but
Yeah.
his brand is very exciting
can I tell you
because you
something?
don't know what's coming. You
Yeah.
know?
Can I tell you something?
And that's really what entertainment is about.
Yeah, he's a great entertainer.
You know?
The fans support Cassper.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters.
And that's all that matters.
That's one thing. I could tell you the biggest fan base probably. It's probably the Tsebepians, Aries, the Slimes.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
No doubt.
Right?
Hey, Reese's got a...
Like, you know what I mean?
Shane Eagle got a crazy.
Shane
Nah, Shane definitely, but you're MT.
MT's fan base
Yeah.
is with it.
MT's
Yo, I
family.
was surprised. Vocalistic.
Yeah.
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 Yo!
He had a big summer.
Yeah.
He had a very big summer. Crazy.
Fana, he tore Cotton Fest up. Like,
Yeah.
But also
upside
he's
down.
he's on the bangers as well because he's also got the piano joints, but he's also got his hip hop joints. So
Oh,
can you
man.
imagine it's both types
Yeah.
of fans who are coming in and say, oh, that's
And,
our homie.
and we
you know?
gotta give props to Major League, man.
Yes.
Even though
Yes.
Major League have changed the whole brand and they're completely
So
different
wait.
brand.
So what do you mean change the brand?
So they're officially a dance brand now,
Oh.
right? But I gotta give them respect because of how they did it. They've done a
Keep
really
going.
good
South
job.
Africa.
Okay, Johannesburg.
Go.
Yo,
Oh.
Generator kick in.
Aye, man.
They did a really, really good job. And they literally, I remember them the beginning of 2019, saying they're taking a different direction with things. They were bringing Focalistic in there, just built their studio, and they were like, we're going to live in the studio. They took the whole of 2019 to honestly build. Focalistic is there now, Gamumpela is there now. They have their careers, the careers are doing so well and whatever
And
they're
they
doing.
both jumped on the Major League set
You
now
gotta
that I
show
think
them.
about it.
You gotta
They
show
murdered
them.
it.
You gotta
So
show
So
them.
that
She's
girl's
an
name is
artist.
Kamu Pela.
Mpila.
Kamumpil.
Yeah.
Hey, now we are Bulala, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Hey, the
sure.
Major League set was leading.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So shout out to Major League, man. They're
doubt.
doing the thing. I think for the longest of times, and I always hear it in corridors and I always hear it in places. It's nice when it's in December because you see so many people and you get to hear different things. And for some reason, people think that we hate open format DJs or we hate piano DJs, and that's not the case. You know, I mean, a lot of the guys who are our peers, we came up with them. You know, so it's amazing to see them doing whatever they're doing. I love it when everyone's
So
doing
Speedy,
their own thing.
I'm gonna say this again. We don't hate that shit, right? And for me, it's like I always say, niggas got bills to pay. If niggas feel like that's the lane they want to run in, so be it DJ PH, be it Major League, be it Spare Naves, yo, run in that lane, niggas. Get your own. That's cool. If you want to be hard,
Nave's set was also leading.
if you want to be hard like VG, Cosmo, Speedy, just like, yo, this hip hop shit.
You gotta be
and
hard.
Dimple's
Hey.
like, hey man, the hip hop. Yo, we love this hip hop shit, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna carry on pushing hip hop no matter what I do. You know what I mean? So
At the end
it's
of the
one
day,
those,
everybody's
so-
got their lane.
That's
Everybody
it.
knows what their brand
Exactly, yeah.
talks to, and that's what they're gonna keep running with. And there's nothing wrong with being open format, but if that's your brand, that's your brand.
That's
And
your
also,
brand,
if you
yeah.
don't know your lane and you're figuring it out, then that's also good. You can figure it out in public. Fine.